Imagine a small, snow-covered farmhouse, miles from the nearest village, isolated by thick forests and chilling winds. Inside, a family is brutally slaughtered, their bodies left to rot. The most disturbing detail? Footprints leading to the house in the snow, but none leading away. The Hinterkaifeck Murders are one of the most bone-chilling mysteries in modern history, a case so twisted and disturbing that it still captivates true crime enthusiasts nearly 100 years later. What happened to the Gruber family? Why was the killer never found? And why does this unsolved case still haunt the people of Germany? This is the story of the Hinterkaifeck Murders, a case that might make you question whether evil truly walks among us. In the quiet Bavarian countryside of 1922, the Gruber family lived a simple, if secluded, life on their farmstead, Hinterkaifeck. The family included Andreas Gruber, a strict and feared patriarch, his wife Cecilia, their widowed daughter Victoria, and Victoria's two young children, 7-year-old Cecilia and 2-year-old Joseph. Hinterkaifeck was far removed from the bustle of city life, nestled deep in the woods about 70 kilometers north of Munich. The isolation of the farm, once seen as a peaceful retreat, would soon become its most haunting feature. As the snow fell in late March of 1922, an unseen terror was about to descend upon the Gruber family, one that would send shockwaves through the entire region and leave behind a mystery that endures to this day. In the months before the murders, strange occurrences plagued the Hinterkaifeck farm. Andreas Gruber noticed footprints in the snow leading from the forest to the house, but no footprints leading away. Inside, objects began to disappear, and an unfamiliar newspaper was found, suggesting that someone was watching them. The family reported hearing strange noises in the attic, and keys to the house mysteriously vanished. Despite these eerie signs, Andreas didn't contact the police. Whether out of fear, stubbornness, or an unwillingness to admit something was terribly wrong, he chose to ignore the danger. But hindsight would prove fatal. These were more than just strange coincidences. They were the warning signs of a gruesome fate. On the night of March 31st, 1922, something horrific unfolded at Hinterkaifeck. The details of what happened next are chilling. One by one, the family members were lured into the barn, perhaps by a noise or disturbance, and each was brutally murdered with a mattock, a sharp farming tool. Andreas, Cecilia, Victoria, and young Cecilia were found stacked atop one another in the barn, their skulls crushed by repeated blows. Inside the house, 2-year-old Joseph and the family's new maid, Maria Baumgartner, met a similarly brutal fate. Maria had only been working at the farm for a few hours before she too fell victim to the killer. But the terror didn't end with their deaths. In the days that followed, the murderer stayed at the farm. Neighbors reported seeing smoke rising from the chimney, and the family's livestock continued to be fed. Whoever killed the Grubers was not just a murderer. They were someone who felt comfortable enough to linger in the house of death. The bodies were not discovered until 4 days later. Neighbors, concerned by the family's unusual absence, went to check on the Grubers. What they found was a scene from a nightmare: blood, bodies stacked in the barn, and a house filled with a chilling stillness. But the most unsettling discovery? No clear evidence or trail leading away from the crime scene. The only footprints led toward the house, and none away. It was as though the killer had vanished into thin air. The investigation that followed was marred by mistakes. Police, unfamiliar with handling such a grisly scene, allowed locals to trample through the house and barn, contaminating the evidence. Fingerprints weren't taken, and crucial clues were lost in the chaos. Despite extensive questioning of locals and various suspects, no one was ever charged. The case grew colder by the day, and the remote location of the farm, combined with the lack of forensic technology at the time, made solving the murders nearly impossible. Over the years, many theories have emerged, and they are just as disturbing as the crime itself. One suspect, Lawrence Schlittenbauer, was a neighbor who had a complicated relationship with the Gruber family. Schlittenbauer had been involved with Victoria and was rumored to be the father of young Joseph. Some speculate that jealousy or a paternity dispute could have pushed him to commit the murders. His calm demeanor at the crime scene and suspicious behavior only fueled these rumors, but no concrete evidence ever linked him directly to the killings. Another theory points to a drifter, or vagrant. Someone passing through the area who stumbled upon the farm and saw an opportunity. The remote location made Hinterkaifeck an easy target for someone who wanted to commit a crime and slip away unnoticed. Still, others wonder if the murders were an act of revenge or hidden secrets Andreas Gruber had a reputation as a violent man, and rumors swirled about possible incestuous relationships within the family. Could someone have known the family's dark secrets and sought retribution? Despite multiple investigations, including a reopening of the case in 2007 using modern forensic techniques, the Hinterkaifeck murders remain unsolved. It is a puzzle with too many pieces missing. The farmhouse was demolished in 1923, a year after the murders, but the legacy of Hinterkaifeck continues to haunt those who hear the tale. What makes this story so unsettling is not just the brutal nature of the killings, but the complete lack of closure. To this day, no one knows who killed the Gruber family, or why. It's a case that leaves behind endless questions. Who was the person who walked into the house but never left? Why did they stay for days, feeding the animals, as if living among their victims? How could such a horrifying crime happen, and the killer simply vanish without a trace? As the years pass, the story of Hinterkaifeck only grows more mysterious. Perhaps the killer was someone the family knew well, someone who felt at home in their house. Or maybe it was an outsider, an unknown force who came from the woods and disappeared just as quickly. What do you think happened at Hinterkaifeck? Could the killer have been closer than we ever imagined? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more unsolved mysteries that will keep you up at night. Because at the heart of every great mystery is one lingering question. How can someone walk into your life and disappear without a trace?